visualization tool. A vision board is a visualization tool used to help its creator turn their dreams into reality. So join us for an interactive workshop tonight as a behavior and communication coach. Alina Ugas demonstrates how vision boards can help us end 2021 with clarity and bring in the 2022 with purpose. Let me introduce Alina and Laura, because both of them, we have a team presentation today. Both of them will be speaking tonight. And get ready. I have to let you know, get the notepad and a pen, because you're going to be taking really a lot of notes. They're going to be dropping gold bombs on you. I believe it. Not gold nuggets anymore, gold bombs on you. Okay. So get ready. Alina is a behavior and communication coach and co-founder of Final Step International and its trademark technique, the needs-based method. With over 35 years of experience in the healthcare, mental health, and business sector, Alina, an NLP practitioner, hypnotherapist, national certified recovery coach, author, motivational speaker, workshop facilitator, and trainer, has always had a passion for helping others discover why their emotional decisions and self-destructive behaviors prevent them from reaching their highest potential. And our second speaker is Laura Schneitzer, and Laura is a financial professional currently working for New York Life Insurance Company. Prior to her current career, she was a realtor for over 15 years. She is a business owner, past and present, has been an entrepreneur pretty much her entire life. On a personal note, she's a self-taught artist, currently more of a hobby for her. She's also a certified yoga teacher and enjoys the power of yoga and meditation. So let's welcome Alina and Laura and get ready for the Visualize to Actualize powerful presentation.
Hi, good evening, ladies. We are so excited that you are here, and we're really looking forward to be able to help you out with manifesting your 2022 year with a vision board, and also some tips on how to stay positive and be able to maintain your goal throughout the year. Laura.
Yeah, I am, I'm backing that up. Yeah, a vision board is extremely, extremely powerful. I like to think of it as the filler, right, between what's in your mind and that end goal, that goal. So it's filling the gap. It's one way of filling the gap energetically, and it's extremely powerful, a powerful way. And I think, Lilith, I love your quote, everything's created twice. I saw that today, and it's so true. It's first in our minds, then in the physical manifestation. And that's really like what a vision board does, right? It connects the mind to the reality. There are other steps involved, and of course, a vision board alone, I'm not sure that's going to get you there, but it is definitely that half of it, right? Along with some other tools. And it connects you to your why too. It brings up your why you're reaching for what you're reaching for, what makes you motivated, inspired, happy. What is that goal and what's behind that goal? And then putting it out there on that board or that physical or digital format really is helping your brain cement that and help you get closer.
Absolutely. Yeah, so the vision board, the mindset, and hard work will get you to be able to visualize and materialize what you're really looking for. Wait till you guys see the presentation. There's a couple of vision boards that I want to show you. So let's get started. Okay, so let's see if I could do this. Let me see. Can you guys see? Can you see the presentation?
Now we do. Yes. Yes.
Okay. So
perfect.
Oh, good. You guys know I'm a little challenged when it comes to this. So let's see if we can make this happen. All righty, guys. So as you can see, our manifesting your vision for 2022. Ooh, I get so excited when things actually work. When I do a presentation, it actually works. I'm so old school. Everything is in PowerPoint. So today I decided to work on Canva.
for
Oh,
it, like
yeah.
taking that step.
Right. So this
You're
is
more brave than
something-
me technologically.
Thank you. This is something that I don't remember if I heard it and I rewrote it or whatever the case is. It seems like every time I read it, it just hits me differently. Because sometimes we do miss the fact that we have achieved something. It doesn't have to be great or huge, as long as it's something that we achieve. So we overlook it because it's not exactly what we want. And that is something that I have had actually a lot of aha moments with it, because it does happen to me, and it has happened to me. You know, you always want the big things and not realizing that all the little things are equally as important as the big things. So one of the things that I know that has worked for me is this whole visualization has increased my motivation and my self-confidence. It's not because things do manifest, but even the ones that don't manifest for the year that I have to carry over to the next year, it doesn't matter because I have at least accomplished something. So it's not that everything is going to work out the way you want it to work out, but all we could do is do the best that we can. So this is what we hope that you take away from our presentation today. So be open to variations of what you want to achieve. And I have a really good example coming up. The other thing is I'm not keeping up with the chat. So Laura, maybe if you see something that I need to address, let me know.
Sure.
Oh wait, girls, I clicked. See what I mean? Here, let's see. Okay, so the takeaways that we're hoping that you take is visualizing can increase motivation and confidence. It helps us set realistic goals. It provides us with a daily visual reminder of your dreams and goals, and it helps you get unstuck. This is me. You guys already heard. Lily did a great job of introducing us. This is a day that I decided that I was completely out of my mind, and I decided to jump, which it was like maybe 3 years. It was in 2019. I had a huge fear of heights, and don't ask me why I decided that this was going to be the way that I was going to work through it. The only thing is I didn't realize that I had to get up there to be able to jump. So when I saw the plane and I got in the plane, that's when panic hit me. So it's like one of my most memorable moments really of my life.
Feel the fear and do it anyway, right?
Right. And let me tell you, I would do it again. I'm so, yeah, it was such a good experience. So creating your vision board, the person who is most flexible will always win. And that's not only in creating your vision board, but that's in life. And I don't mean you have to be a mat for people to step all over you, but it's like one of those things is choose your battle. What's important to you? Or I think there's a saying, take the high road or the low road. Yeah, something like that, right? So it's almost in that content. The only thing is that it's okay to be flexible. That doesn't mean you're giving in. It just means that you are willing to live a mindful life, and also it reduces your blood pressure. So for example, this whole, if you want to go vegan and all you could do is go vegetarian in 6 months, at least you've done something. So I'm going to hand it over to Laura, because if you guys will see this beautiful vision board, it belongs to her. This was the one for this year, correct?
Yes. Yeah. So in I don't know if we can't make this bigger, huh? No. Okay.
Oh.
That's okay. Can everyone see it?
I didn't think about making it about that, Laura.
It's okay. If you're able to make me co-host, I can pull it up on my end, but if not, it's going to mess up the technology over there on your side. No problem.
Tara, can we do that? Tara?
Yes, you're now co-host.
Okay.
Okay. All
Paula
right.
has her hand up. Paula, did you have a question?
If people are watching on a phone, they can just zoom into the board. They just
Thank you.
take their fingers
Yeah,
and squeeze it out.
Yeah, it's working for me. Just
We're
zoom
gonna
it in.
make Paula in charge of technology if she keeps this up.
Okay, can you all see this board now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, great. So in my case, because I am very visual and creative, I like working with different materials. I just like creating. This vision board was done with many different mediums. I scribed, I did a lot of paper cutouts. I kind of tackled all 7 areas of, you know, your ideal vision board, the finance, the relationships, specific things, specific goals in between too, like a kitchen, exercise, health being really important to me, creativity being important to me, my yoga being important to me, and then of course the monetary goal. This says $1 million. I didn't necessarily want to, this is an even larger vision within the vision board. I want financial freedom at some point, and I have my, you know, my specifics, but this represents that financial freedom. I'm $1 million in X amount of time to complete the package kind of thing. In here, you know, back to career and success and monetary gain, but also the feeling of these things. It's really important to add as much of the sensory experience into your vision board as possible. So when you look at it, it's igniting something within you. You're able to connect beyond just a visual, right? You're able to feel, like right here, this image here. It evokes carefreeness, right? And freedom. And that's the financial part of the financial goal, is just having that the financial security, but being able to do things on my terms, whatever work or schedule I want, that freedom that comes from both the financial security and the feeling of accomplishment, of maybe less stress, you know, whatever it is in your life. Try to also incorporate what it invokes in you. You know, blissfulness, yoga here. It's very important for me to keep a yoga practice because it relaxes me, it decreases stress, it keeps me fit, you know, many different things. And you know, I used words here to describe, as well as the actual, a picture, right, of someone doing yoga. Here it's about, I don't know if you can see this, but it's not very easy to see, but here, gatherings, people, friends, relationships, that's important to me. Nature is extremely important to me. Magic, I call it magic, a vision board, that energetic side of life and reaching your goals. You know, if we just focus on goals, it can be very in the physical plane. But, you know, when you combine the energetic plane and the physical plane, in my experience, you get magic, and that's what that represents. It's really important for me to have fun in whatever I do. I love adventure. You know, this is travel. This represents travel. What else can I talk about in here? Food is really important to me. I love to eat, first of all, but, you know, keeping and developing and maintaining and improving my health means also my diet, right? What am I taking in? This is some rest and relaxation, more yoga. If you hear my dog, by the way, she's sleeping and dreaming right now. Sorry, she's right next to me and I didn't anticipate that. I can't believe she's dreaming through this, but she is. She's laying here next to me. So I don't know if you guys can hear it, but that is my vision board. And I'm, like I said, I'm a creative and I'm very physical with my creativity. Alina did hers on a digital format, you know, so if you're more digital tech and that appeals to you, really go with what appeals to you. There's no right or wrong. You know, the number one rule is there are no rules to a vision board. There really are not. It's about what you want in this given year, or even, like I said, some of my larger goals beyond this year are also in this vision board. But also don't hold back. You know, that's another piece of advice I would give and share. Don't hold back. Go for it. You know, don't think from the past, think into the future. Start with what if. What do I want? What if I reached my financial goal? What if I was able to go on that trip? You know, what is that trip? Where are the places you want to go? I have over 20 different places I want to visit and go, you know, so don't hold back, because you're just limiting your mind and yourself and your potential. So like a vision board, you want to expand. You want to be looking forward from the place of what if, as well as from some specific criteria. I'm very all of it. I want all of it. So my board's extremely busy. Some people maybe, you know, they have a very specific goal and they want to really minimalize and keep it very, very, very to the point, right? Maybe it's just a financial goal or just a health goal that's really most important to them. And that's what they want on their vision board. That's okay too. Mine is extremely busy and extremely packed. And men tend to have, you know, more minimalistic boards, and that's okay. You know, maybe they're focusing on 1, 2, 3 things. Women tend to, in my experience, this is just what I observe over the years, we tend to include more, right? But any way you do it is fine. Like I said, the only rule is there are no rules. The rule is to do it, right? To get started on it. Start working on it. It may not be finished in one day or one night, but don't let that stop you. And as you're working through it, put it up so you can see it. It should be in line of sight as much as possible. You really want to refer to this on a daily basis. It really helps your brain also, creates these short of daily visualizations, which also does something to your brain pattern. So that's my explanation and my feedback to kind of actually creating it, and some of the criteria behind creating it.
Thank you. So, you know, some people might look at Laura's and say, oh, it has too much going on, but that just lets you know that the possibilities are endless. Like once you get into it, you just keep wanting to add and add. And it doesn't mean that you do it, it's a one and done. That means that throughout the year, the more you dream, the more expressive you become. You want to show that your vision board is growing with you, that your mindset and your vision board are aligned. So I love the fact that Laura was talking about men and their vision board, because here's a perfect example. Wait a minute, if we could get this working. Yes, we got it. So this is my husband. He did his for school. So I kind of talked him into taking a business class because he's a therapist and, you know, business is not his thing. So when he came out of the room with his vision board, I fell out. First of all, he used my board, which that wasn't, I don't know what he was doing. And then he was just cutting and he did his little quotes. And I noticed, which I thought was super cute, that he did this. If you think giving birth is difficult, become a woman entrepreneur. I love that. And every time, you know, in the office, I walk by and I read that, and it just really empowers me because, you know, due to the fact that still in this day and age, we're still dealing with the fact that we are not as accepted as men are. And I don't know when that's going to change or if it's ever going to change, but I literally deal with this on a daily basis here in our business. So, yeah, so he had a bunch of little quotes, but I just couldn't put everything in the, but it's just the fact that he was so proud of himself. And so he said when he presented it in class, the millennials started laughing because like they had no idea that you could do a vision board like this. So this is his.
Goes back to no rules, right?
No rules, exactly. So either if you do a digital board or a physical board, as long as you do it is the most important thing. So we're going to talk about 7 different sections. You don't have to include all 7 on your vision board. You could include 2, you could include 4, whatever is most meaningful to you and whatever you want to work with throughout the year. And like I said, always keep adding, because you know our minds do change, and as we grow and evolve, so will our vision board. So this one is mine, and I am not super techie, but I did figure out how to do it in Jamboard. I don't know if you ladies are familiar with Jamboard. It's part of the Google. It's part of Google. So I believe I have, I don't know, Tara, do we want to share the link just in case somebody wants to start working on theirs?
Sure, I'll put it in the chat.
Okay, great, thank you. So yeah, so this one is mine. And as you could see, front and center are the grandbabies. That's super important to me, is to be able to create a legacy for them and to have them constantly be part of my life, present, and also just to teach them a lot about our culture that they might lose, you know, as they get older. Travel is big. This is when I went back to Cuba. I was born and raised for 8 years in Cuba, and I had a chance to go back after 47 years. So that's a picture, and that's a place that I would love to travel to again. You know, create more of speaking engagements. Before COVID, I was actually speaking almost every month. And then this is pre-COVID. You know, the weight that I have then, I would like to be able to get to that. And if I cannot, then I just want to be the best version of myself I could possibly be, as long as I'm healthy. And I'm all about mindfulness and spirituality, and, you know, really more mind work than physical work. So that one's mine. So if you would like to look at Jamboard, is let me see if I could, I think I could. So if you open it, you could just add your own page to it. And then here it is. So, okay, so this is Jamboard. So what you do is you just, you know, of course, these little things, and I just learned this, so it's not difficult to do. So I did put, you know, the Nauvoo LA background just for the presentation, and then I just started adding my pictures in there. You could get the pictures from the computer. You could take the time to upload all your pictures in a folder, and it's the same thing, and it's amazing. Even though it's digital, while I was looking for the pictures, I just got so much more inspired, you know, and then you're able to put it together. Like I said, you know, these are old pictures of mine that it was like one of those, oh, wow, I forgot about that, you know, that event. So it was super powerful for me to be able to do this, even though, like I said, even though I did it digital. The other thing is, once you're done with it, you could take it or send it to Costco and have it printed out. And that's what I do. And so I have it literally right in front and on the wall in front of me. So every morning when I wake up, I can't help but to look at it. And they do like an 11 by 14, I think it's like $1.50. So, you know, and I'm that one person, or like probably many others. I just love everything neat and organized. So this fulfilled that part of my OCD. Yeah, so like I said, if anybody wants to work on theirs, all you do is you just go to the second one and start working on it. You can put your name and all that. And also, if you want to do it after the event, we will always have access to it. So you could always go back and see what the other ladies have done, get inspiration, you know, get motivation, and just go for it and do what you can. So do we have any volunteers that want to work on the vision board?
There is a question we have, Alina, if you don't mind. Susan wanted to go back to the slide where you had 7 areas, if you don't mind.
Okay. The 7 areas that we're going to work
Yeah,
on?
the family, wellness, career, the
Yes,
7
please.
areas that you had a
Oh,
list.
look at that, girls. I did it. Is that it? Yes.
Oh, we're still seeing your vision board, or at least I am.
The yellow area, the yellow
there it
box.
is.
Okay, but
has
Yeah.
it.
wait. I want to
Actually
be
in
able
there, yeah.
to, so you're still seeing the vision board? You're not seeing the,
The presentation, your presentation, no. I did, by the way, everyone, I did put them in the chat, the 7
Thank you.
areas.
Yeah, thank you.
yeah, I got it now. I know. Can you see it now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
So,
So those, go ahead.
yeah, this is great. I personally, Alina, have been wanting to do my own for like 3 months, and then life happens, right?
Yeah.
Like I keep on jotting down, okay, I have to put this, I have to put that, I have to cut this out, etc. At some point, I realized I'm probably like subconsciously delaying it because it's just overwhelming. To me, like the question is, like how do you sit down and do all of this at once, as opposed to really think about all of this, unless you've done the homework of the thinking, the internal work, and you already know what you want under family or wellness, etc. Like what has been kind of the process, Alina and Laura, that you guys, or everybody else, I guess, that you've used that has helped you produce it like right away, or not right away, over time?
Right. So
You
you
actually
are
get
right.
you doing it, you know?
Yeah, you are right. I'm cheating a little because I'm a neuro-linguistic programming practitioner. And like I said, I practice this every day. So, but what I do start doing, so this kind of pushed me to do it now. But what I do start is like in December, at the beginning of December, I get a folder and I start looking through pictures. And every time I hear inspirational quote, and if I don't have access to that computer, I have a phone, but I'm not super techie again. So I'll just start writing it, or I take pictures of what it is. And so then I just put everything in a folder. And by the time, you get ready to sit down and do it, you've already done the pre-homework. So, and it's just a matter of making it pretty. I'm not artistic like Laura, but I'm very creative. So I love putting it together, and it just inspires me. And it gives you that, I want to say, kick in the pants to really push yourself. And you're right, subconsciously, maybe you don't want to sit down and do it because it could be a fear of not being able to manifest what you put on the board. So that's something that it sometimes does hold us back, because it's one of those things, if I don't do it, I didn't fail. And you're not going to fail at anything. It's a vision board. I started a vision board like in 2009 of my ideal mate. And it took me how long to get one, so it didn't happen in a year. Trust me, I was looking. I was doing a lot of homework on that. But, it almost took like 7 years to get the relationship that I really wanted. And the crazy thing about it, Susan, is that I still have that vision board, and I look at it, and I described my husband to the T. And we met at Starbucks, and I couldn't stand him when we met. So it just so happened that it manifested the way it did.
I'm sorry, can I add to this, Susan? Because I had kind of the same issue when I first started doing and I've done 3 vision boards now. The first one, and the reason I came into doing the vision board, is because my manager, where I'm at, she loves vision boards. And so we went in there, I was kind of like, oh God, vision board. And I have to say that it was just, have fun with it, Susan. I think if I could tell you anything, is have fun with it. Don't be so
Perfectionist.
perfectionist with it, because it'll keep you from really going in and doing it. And I think, you know, Alina, what you just opened my eyes to is this digital one. I didn't even think that you can do one digital. So for me, I love the fact that you can do this digital. But yeah, Susan, just start doing it. You'll be surprised once you start, either it's manual and you start cutting. I would say your first one, do it manual, because there is some kind of fun to get, to get
Yeah.
physical and
Yeah.
to touch it, to cut it, put the glue on, and then physically see where you're going to put it. And it's, what happens is you actually run out of space. You're kind of going, okay, where am I going to put this? Is a great title. Where am I going to put it?
It looks like Laura's.
Right. So just have fun with it. Just start.
Thank you.
Let yourself go. Yeah.
Thank you for the
Absolutely.
permission.
Lily?
Yeah, I will add
Yeah.
that you probably, once you get going, you probably will keep adding and say, oh my gosh, wait a minute, there's so much more, you know,
Yeah.
I wanted so much more, I didn't realize. So, you know, always try to get the most important things in there, focus on that. And the feelings, again, back to the feelings and the why behind some of those things, because it'll help bring it to life. You know, you could write, you can cut pictures, you can attach something that's meaningful to you to it, that invokes a certain feeling, you know, from a certain experience, a picture as in like a photograph from your phone, but like print it, actually print it. Just don't keep it in your head.
Right.
I wanted to quickly share my experience, Susan, because I think it resonates with what you shared, resonates with me. First of all, I'm a recovering perfectionist, okay? I call myself recovering perfectionist. So that's why exactly it took me 9 months to create my vision board, my first vision board. It was in January of 2019, a friend of mine, she was doing a vision board event and she invited, and I just went to support her, but I was like, no, I can't do this. This is not me. And it took me 9 months. I was gathering, like I was collecting. There were times, like Alina said, I had a folder. I literally had a folder and I was putting stuff. I was like, along the ways, my mind was going in the direction what I want. But one thing I realized is I was afraid that I was not dreaming big enough. I was afraid that whatever I put on it, I'm limiting myself. So I really had to get to that point. It's like, okay, stop trying to be perfect. Like dream big and just do it first time. And one thing Laura and Alina said, it made me realize, if I could, my vision board is hanging right above me if I show it. But what I realized when Alina said we change, right? I had taken off things off of my vision board. When I was doing it, there were things that I wanted on the board, and I realized within that year, I don't want those. Yeah. So I had to take it out as well. So I think Alina is the one who's master at it with Laura, but I think take it off. If something that you put on, feel free to take it off. This is not something actually is not in alignment with my life. And I decided, no, that 2 years ago, I thought this is what I want. Now I don't.
If it doesn't serve you, then take it off. Yeah, absolutely.
So that's what 9 months took me to do.
The
9 months.
The last thing we want to do is keep looking at something as a constant reminder that we do not want. You know, because our subconscious takes all that in. And so even though you're consciously like, oh, I don't want that, but your subconscious is like, you're looking at it. That is exactly what you want. So we don't want to manifest what's not suitable for us or beneficial. So Jessica, did you want to say something? I see a hand.
Yes, hi everyone. My name is Jessica Bruni. I actually have created a digital vision board and I'm open to share it as well tonight to be able to share with the ladies if possible.
What do you guys think? Do we have time?
Sure, I think it'd be great.
Okay.
Okay, great.
Jessica, while we're waiting, you can share your screen. Can you introduce yourself? She's our next gen member.
Oh.
Yes. Hi everyone, my name is Jessica Bruni. I am a Next Gen member and I've been with NABO for almost close to a year now and it's been a phenomenal experience. I actually was just on the Women's Business Conference as a speaker and I just am so glad that I had the opportunity to share how mental health and wellness is something I'm very passionate about. And when it comes to my vision board, I think I love what you just had mentioned about visually seeing it. This is actually my screensaver, but vertically. And in the middle, I put myself smiling. I've always been complimented on my smile, but literally in 2018, that was my mantra. Just smile more, smile more. With what I was going with, it was just like, just to continue to be that light. And so I definitely wanted to just share like my wellness was a part of my journey, having life-changing affirmations, trusting the timing of my life, of where I am currently. I'm only 29. And so I just really wanted to create like no bad vibes. I put personal pictures. I'm from Southern California. I live in like Upland. So there's a Claremont loop and it has like a 5 mile walk. And so I took a picture of that because that was like a really monumental moment for me to just continue to work on my physical health, knowing myself is like limitless as well. And so just really strong affirmations, words are vibrating me into a higher frequency. Putting pictures of me traveling is something that I just definitely foresee for myself, and just armed with the mind, right? I love that statement in protesting. I've gone out into the streets and done that before, but truly, right now where I'm at, I feel like even this vision board, I'm like I've come to that level of like actualizing and being able to be in this person. So I do look back and forward to like being able to create something new, for a higher, just a higher life for me. So new level of, just understanding. But yes, this is mine, and this is something that I created digitally. I use Pinterest for some pictures, just for helpful content, and then also I use personal pictures of me being able to create the life that I want to live in. So that's my vision board, and thank you so much for letting me share.
You're welcome. And I love, love, love. A better me is coming. I absolutely love that.
Yeah, it's great.
Thank you for sharing, Jessica. I think it's extremely powerful, your board, and it resonates with you. That's obvious, right? As you're even sharing, you're inspired by it as you're talking about it. At least that's how it came across. So, and then you said, well, it's not, I'm in a different place now. Well, 2022 is right around the corner. So we look forward to seeing your board the next time we do this.
Absolutely.
In the new year.
All righty. So I came across this in our Psychology Today magazine, and I thought this was perfect for what we were doing. And so it states that mental practices like visualization can increase motivation, confidence, and even more motor performance. And studies, there's a research that was done in athletes are actually doing this to maintain their physical practice. So I thought that was pretty interesting.
Yeah, Olympic athletes, they do this all the time to improve their performance. The brain doesn't know if you're really doing X, Y, or Z, or feeling X, Y, or Z, or if you're creating it. It's kind of like when I go to sleep at night, I like to sleep with guided meditations, and I'll choose one to fall asleep that appeals to or is going to help whatever I'm going through that day. Or like, for example, if I feel, I'm run down or I have a cold coming on, I'll choose health. And 9.9 times out of 10, I wake up feeling just 150 times better, right? So as opposed to if I didn't do that and woke up the next morning. So it really works. It does something to your brain and your body as a result.
So mindfulness over body. I don't know. Let me explain. Let me explain what I really want to say. I have been practicing mindfulness and wellness for the last 3 years. I have eliminated multiple what they call diagnoses, and I call it dis-ease instead of disease. Because if you believe it, you have it. And the last thing I want to do is own something that it's not beneficial to me. So, and perfectly said here, you are in charge of your mind and therefore your results. So use it for something positive. Let's not waste our time and our brain cells using it for something that it's not going to benefit us. And one of the things as you're creating your vision board is visualize it to the point that you could actually smell it. You could hear it. You could verbalize it. You know, I always say it loud and say it proud. So as you're putting things down on your vision board, like Jessica, a better me is coming, or I think that's what it said, you know, say it out loud. And when you read it out loud. When you're looking at it and you see all those little quotes that you have written that are important to you, make sure you do verbalize that on a regular basis. That is the way that your subconscious takes it in. And then that way it brings the awareness to your conscious level. Oh, and that's the end of the presentation. Thank you, ladies, for joining us. And so let's start manifesting our 2022 right now and live the best of our lives. Mindset is everything. Laura?
Absolutely. I like to just throw it out to the audience and say, does anyone have any questions, comments? They're all welcome. Would anyone like to share a question?
This is Eula Smith. I haven't been on camera because I've been dealing with my dog. He's finally calmed down. I guess I could turn my camera down. Oh my God, he wanted to go out in the middle of the class. He was barking. So anyway, I think it was a great class. It would be nice if it was longer. It could have easily been 2 hours and I still wouldn't have gotten enough of all the great information.
I have tons of notes still.
Yeah, I've been taking a lot of notes.
Come back. Well, first of all, we'll probably do this again, right?
Yeah.
Next year, we're going to try and put it into the curriculum. But also come back and join us on future meetings, because a lot of times, you know, we'll go back and pull in and incorporate and reshare certain points.
Mm-hmm.
And you can also reach out to Elena or myself if you have further questions or want to discuss further. I'd be more than happy to talk and do a Zoom, help you, or share offline.
Is your information like on the email trail or something?
Yes. Yeah, it's in the chat, and you can save the chat at the end. So
Okay.
do you know how to do that? Does everyone know how to do that? So when you go to the chat, there are 3 little dots.
Mm-hmm.
You just click on that, and you should be on the top. It says save chat. So you can save it that way. But my information and Elena's is in the chat if you want to jot it down, just to be sure you have it. Because we don't want you to walk away feeling stuck to start. You know, the most important thing, again, remember as you're doing this when we're not there, just start. There's no right or wrong. Put on that vision board, start with what's most important to you and expand from there, and try to incorporate, like Elena said, as many feelings, and Jessica shared too, that post on her walk was really meaningful, for example, in her neighborhood, because she had accomplished, it was like a milestone, she accomplished something. So to her, that was important to evoke that feeling again, right? So it's going to be different for you, whatever you're wanting to bring to life, it's goals, but whatever you want to bring to life. Do you want more joy in your life? Is that, you know, when you think about next year and what you're trying to achieve or be or feel, think along those lines, and then you'll find what is the best expression of that for you. And it doesn't have to be perfect.
Right.
Lilith, I so appreciate you trying to perfect it, but don't do what Lilith did. Don't do 9 months.
That's why I said recovering perfectionist. I gotta show you. It's so big. I don't think you'll see it on the camera.
Oh, you can show us if you want.
You know what happened is, I'll bring it down in a second. But you know what happened? I'm very analytical. My mind is very analytical. I'm a thinker. I solve problems. And I would always say, I'm not creative. My mom and my sister are the artists in the family. But after a while, I realized I'm very creative with solving problems. I'm very creative in a different area. But when I created, finally, 9 months into it, when I had all my papers, collected pictures, what I wanted to visualize, what I wanted to achieve, I finished this piece and I said, I am artistic. I did create something that I realized it came together so nicely because I just let it go. But another thing was my niece was my push because she wanted to do it as well. So we kind of did as a team. I went with her to Michael's. We got some stickers. She wanted to put stickers. So that kind of got my juices going as well, creative juices. So yeah, that's why I said recovering perfectionist. I'll bring it. I'll show it to you. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. I'm going to bring it down and see if you can see it.
That's a good point though as well. Do it, you know, share with friends, with a family member, with people you feel comfortable with. Oh, wow. Make it fun.
Nice.
You can see the holes in here because I removed things right here. So it came out really nice. I'm very like Lori's, I'm very visual and I had to do it on the board for me, but it had stickers, it had everything. So if you have somebody, Susan, like a team, like a friend who wants to just have fun doing it.
And Susan, I was going to mention that I actually have done one, which I also have on Jamboard with my speakers group. And so everyone in our speakers group, and it's in the same file like the one that I did for us. So if you want to go in there and, you know, do yours, if you want to go in there and start yours, it will let me know that you're working on it, and I could always help you with it. And this is a great event to do, Susan, with your team, because at the end, when you're done, you'll realize what is the goal. Like, so if you do it for a goal, as far as what is your business goal, or what is your goal for next year, as far as your career or whatnot, it really opens your eyes to what your team is thinking about.
Elena, I think it's so we do a lot of like strategic planning. We set the goals and, you know, performance goals and things like that, right? They're good things because I believe in like having it be, you know, what I want for them and what they want for themselves, but it is dry. I mean, it's not like sexy, it's not exciting, you know? So I've always thought about like, can we do something? And we do offsites. I mean, before COVID and everything, right? Like we do offsites, we do like a good day of celebration and things like that. But this, I think, cuts through that personal and the career aspect for most people, not always, but it feels like it's a great way to take what people have that they envision as part of their work and try to build that as a team. So it's really based on what they want and not just what the company wants from them, you know? So their hearts and minds are in it. And I get to know them a little bit better based on kind of seeing what they want.
So I was able to pull it up. So I'll give you a quick, let me know, ladies, if we are running out of time. So this is, I'm actually this year the director of special programs for NSALA. So this is exactly what we did. I had everybody do their vision. You know, so this one, you know, she loves to dance, whatnot. And even the guys, wait, is this? You know, you always have somebody that doesn't want to help you out. So that blank one was one of the guys that didn't want to do it. And so, yeah, I didn't make it mandatory because it was supposed to be for fun. But so I love how creative some people got. And one of the things that we always talk about is Caitlin is our millennial. And so it was so neat when she did squiggly lines, the rest of us like, oh, how did you do that? Like if she had done something so huge. Yeah, but it is pretty cool to do this with your team because it does. So this one, you know, we want to look at it and say, what happened here? But he's a man and this is what he wanted to do. So we didn't put any limit on anybody. We just said, you know, do what represents you. And so that's exactly what we did. This was last year when I started the 360 mindset, and now it has evolved to, you know, the women's group. So that was something that it was funny because both Michael and I manifested that. This is something that we were working on for this year, and actually we birthed it this year. But yeah, so nice. Your team.
Thank you. Great example. Can you hear me? Yeah, great examples. I love this. Thank you.
The other thing is when you see your board or as the year progresses and you actually achieved that particular thing or goal, it feels really good, you know? So your confidence, your motivation, your inspiration, it all just goes way up and you're reminded every day.
Mhm.
So if the board's not sexy or evoking enough, just encourage people to be more open and free and like kind of connect to the why, if it's as a team and a work thing, even as a team and a work effort, you know, there is a why behind it. How does it make them feel? You know, maybe there's a monetary gain or bonus, but there's also just a whole bunch of other feeling bonuses. You know, you're more connected, you're achieving goals as a team. Maybe creativity is coming out from someone, or leadership skills, building confidence, building relationships. You know, so there's just got people to open up and not feel so afraid or limited, right? And to try to go for the feeling and the experience and the why behind it.
Yep.
And express it somehow, even if it's just writing down, you know, leadership skills or more confidence or
confidence, especially. Yep. Very good. Thank you. These are amazing tips, ladies. Thank you.
Great. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Anything else anyone would like to share, or any questions anyone has?
Just want to add in something quick that what Laura just said, it was so powerful, is when you see it and you celebrate, when you see you achieved it, and up level that to another level when you see the progress. Because a lot of times that's what I teach my clients, like, yes, you can see it, this is what you're visualizing. And when you don't achieve it, you start falling like, I'm not there, but stop and think about the progress. You are on the way. And actually, sometimes it makes me smile when I look at my board and I smile, I'm like, it's happening. Right? It's like that moment is like, it's happening.
Best feeling.
Yeah, and it's not there yet, but I could see the progression towards it. So celebrate that progression as well.
I'm just going to close by sharing this. Okay, so this isn't my yearly vision board. It's just a very, very, very long-term specific and not so specific. But do you see this person on top of the mountain? Is there probably some glare here? Yep. That's the feeling I'm trying to evoke, right? With the financial freedom that I want to achieve, I will achieve, I am achieving. That's the feeling, right? I'm on top of a mountain, I'm actually above the clouds. And that actually does remind me of my husband and I went to Hawaii for a honeymoon. And there was a trip we took, I forgot what it's called now, but it's a mountain climb. You're on a mountain above the clouds. Yeah, in Maui, and this is the cover of a magazine, and it's called The Science of Success, and I love the cover, so I framed the cover, and then I just added a few things to it, you know, but it kind of encapsulates what I wanted, right? So I made it a point. I framed it, and I made it a point, and it says The Science of Success, Love, Health, Business, Life, Why Attitude Matters, The Value of Failure. As Next Gen Committee, we'll be talking about that too, guys, in the future. It's very important. And then U squared. This is just a little like sticky. What do they call the little yellow notepad? Post-it. It's U squared. And I got that from a coaching session, and I added it to remind me. You know, the U square, just real short. I'll make this as short as possible, the explanation about that. Imagine a fly in a room constantly hitting, and we see this when flies get stuck, they constantly hit the window, right? And there's a door open in the room. And instead of the fly looking around and doing what it's, not doing what it continually does, right? Instead of looking around or trying a new way, it's stuck there. And that the U square is the fly taking on a different action or changing something that's not working, right? So it's not constantly hitting itself against the window. And that's all that U square mean, but it's a trigger for me to always kind of stay open and flexible, and we're so much more powerful than we think we are. That's what that means to me. So it gets really personal, you know, and it doesn't have to mean anything to anyone else. And also don't be judgmental. Like really put the critic away. We opened this meeting by saying, put the critic away, dream big. No place for the critic, no place for the judge. You're just like letting yourself go.
Well, beautifully said.
Awesome, awesome. Ladies, did you enjoy? Did I say you're going to get a lot of powerful information, inspiration, tools, how to do it? So now you could go out and do it. And I love the fly example, Laura. It made me think of my favorite quote by Albert Einstein: insanity is doing same thing over and over again, yet expecting different results. So let's just let go of what we've been doing. Let's try it, do it. And once you get into the motion, you'll build the momentum, and it'll be just a fun experience. I promise. If the perfectionist like me had actually fun with it and did create something that actually looks very artistic, anyone else can do it, believe me.
And share it with us.
Eula, to your point, and I take back what I said, don't let it take you 9 months. If that's as long as it takes you, then it'll take you that. You know, that long. Like, don't be the self-critic too. I was being a little bit of a critic there, right? Don't take 9 months. No, try not to, but if that's as long as it takes you, start.
Exactly. And that start, like you said, is collecting the ideas, the information. That's already start, even though it's not on the board, but it's already in your head. You're already visualizing. And remember, visualize to actualize. You're already visualizing that board. So great point, Laura. Awesome. Thank you, ladies. Thank you so much for the powerful presentation. And we knew it's going to happen. Before we close today, I want to quickly ask, Eula spoke, but she didn't introduce herself. And we have a few other people that didn't introduce. Can you please introduce yourself, Eula?
Yeah, I'm Eula Smith. I'm based in Los Angeles, California. I have a company called EMS Consulting. And I also have a brand called eMarie, which good news is we've been chosen 3 years in a row as Oprah's favorite things. So it just came out last week. It's for our 3rd year in a row. So that's exciting.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So so that's I won't say it's my side job because it's become a really big part of my company. And the other part is I consult in the fashion industry. I do a lot of product development for stores like Nordstrom and Saks.
Nice.
Great.
Awesome.
Great.
Awesome.
Please put your info in the chat.
Yeah, I was just going to say, put your info in the chat.
Okay.
Absolutely.
It's equally a networking committee. We're here for each other, to support each other.
Okay, great.
Awesome. Cloud, did I pronounce it correct? Would you like to introduce your, no, Claude? I should have said Claude, right?
No, it's Cloud. Like up in
Cloud, I didn't know that the first time. Okay, Ooh, I was like,
my parents were hippies. Yeah. I was sneaking in, but I have to tell you, I'm in my house and I have a lot of males. There's my love, there's the boys, there's a lot of males. So to be with all of you and to have such honest sharing and beautiful reminders, it just felt like a blanket. It felt very cozy and accepting and loving. And I thought I was like sneaking in incognito. So thank you for including me.
Doesn't work with this group.
No, nobody passes through. we take care of our own. Yes.
Thank you. And as it happens, I'm actually filming a really cool TV show tomorrow morning. So I'm very excited. And I want to tell you, this could not have gotten me in a better mindset.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah. So I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah. Thanks for sharing.
And please share your contact information with us.
Absolutely.
What movie you're taping, so we'll get to follow you and get to know you.
Yeah, it's a nationwide syndicated talk show. It's not a movie.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I see. Got it.
Awesome.
Good to have you. We have Theodora, right? Did I pronounce it correct? Yes. Could you introduce yourself too, please?
Yes, my name is Theodora, and Susan said earlier, you know, from Imagine If, she said her company doesn't do fun stuff. Well, my company doesn't do fun stuff either. We do, my company is called Mindful Integration of Construction Services. And so what I do is we serve as the bridge between general contractors and the communities wherever they happen to be building whatever the project happens to be, whether it's a stadium, whether it's a rail project, whether it's a highway, it's a school, whatever it is. Those are the kinds of projects. A museum, those are some of the projects, the kinds of projects I've worked on. So we help local residents who want to start careers in construction,
Wow.
you know, get access into the various projects that are being built. So whether it's, again, when LAUSD was building a whole bunch of schools, you know, particularly in the South LA area or throughout the city of LA, there were a lot of local residents, city residents who wanted to work on those projects. So unless you already have people in your family or grew up somehow, some way knowing about real construction careers or about the unions, most people don't even know how to begin, and they don't know how lucrative it is. These careers are, and for disenfranchised communities, these career opportunities are a tremendous lifeline. So those are some of the things that we do. So we do that with not only residents, we also help small businesses, women-owned businesses, minority-owned businesses, work with get access to general contractors, because a lot of these projects have contractual obligations to, you know, to engage these populations, these demographics, but they like to say, oh, we can't find, or we don't know, or whatever.
Yeah.
Our company takes the excuse away. We are the bridge that makes sure that we can't find doesn't exist.
No
That's
excuses.
great.
No excuses. You create that bridge for them, right? No excuses.
And I hope the newly passed infrastructure bill might somehow trickle down to what you're doing, or you're going to benefit from that somehow.
That's awesome.
Absolutely. We're very excited, very, very excited, because that, for example, has allowed a whole bunch of agencies, including, including LA Metro, to like really fast track a whole bunch of rail projects that they had put on hold. And so they're looking to spend at least $3 billion annually building. So that means, again, a whole bunch of folks who have really checkered pasts as far as barriers to employment and things like that, getting women, you know, into construction, because, you know, construction pays way more, way more than we know. Trust me.
It may not be sexy, but it pays well.
Yeah. Keep doing. Keep adding value to the people who want to be in that business, especially women. We're running out of time. I just want to make sure that we have Danielle and Tara that haven't introduced themselves. I want to make sure that everybody gets a chance to do so. So Danielle, did I pronounce it correct? If you would like to at least unmute, introduce yourself. There you go.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, everyone. This was a great session. I was sitting here like listening and everything. So my name's Danielle. I own an experiential marketing company in the food and beverage space. So we do different type of marketing activities, festivals and whatnot for food and beverage products, primarily like gluten-free or vegan, those type of products. And like if you go into Costco and you see sampling events, like that's kind of what we do.
Could you do more of that at Costco, please? Because you guys are really stepping back on this.
I know, we're finally getting back after COVID. We're getting back. So yeah.
Awesome. And I didn't ask Theodora and Cloud and Danielle as well. Are you a NABO members or you're just? Yes.
I've been for a year.
Awesome. Good.
Not yet. Theodora is not a member yet.
Well, there's always an opportunity, right? And you can join us at our next meeting. And last but not least, I believe Karina introduced herself, right? And we had Susan introduce. Did I miss anybody else except Tara? I believe everybody introduced yourself, right?
I just do like a 2-second thing about what I do.
Yes, that's right. You said hi. Can you please introduce yourself?
Yeah, sorry, I'm off camera. My kids are running around. Yeah, my name's Karina Irvin. This is a great group. I would love to join NABO. I just got an email and kind of joined the matching program. I started my own company in end of 2019 and then COVID hit, but I'm a commercial real estate broker. I focus on working with female entrepreneurs, people of color, and finding their office, their retail, and their industrial space. So Theodora, I would love to actually really connect with you because I'm always referring contractors and I always try to refer women and there's not enough of them. So let's definitely exchange numbers.
Magic. I love that.
Awesome. That's why share
Life networking connection. Love it.
Yep. Share the contact information in the chat. Make sure you leave it and download it before we are done.
Karina, is your info in the chat? Sorry to interrupt, Lilith.
Yeah, I put it in the beginning, but let me do it again
Okay.
because I wasn't sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll plug it in right now.
Sounds good. And last but not least, I have to introduce the most important person on this call. Without her, none of this could be happening. We wouldn't be here together. And it's Tara, our superwoman. Tara, would you like to introduce yourself, please?
Sure, thank you for that, Lilith. My name is Tara Laurel Carter. I'm the owner of Tara Laurel Events, and I am the event planner and project manager for Nabo LA.
Awesome. She is the magic manager, okay? Not the project manager. She's a magic manager.
She's a technological whiz.
Magic here. Well, I respect everyone's time and we have 3 minutes. So in 3 minutes, I want to quickly wrap it up for everyone. Perks of membership at Nabo. For those who are not a members yet and they're considering networking opportunities to help you build your business, mentoring opportunities to grow personally and professionally, learning opportunities to grow your leadership and entrepreneurship skills, and access to global Nabo community and resources that will aid you in growing your business. Today's session was an exact example of networking, learning, growing, encouraging, empowering each other. So thank you, ladies, for being here. For all of those, Karina, you mentioned you might be interested, Theodora, contact us. Tara, I believe she already put her contact information. Contact Tara about joining membership. And the great last announcement I have, we are having our annual holiday party at City Club LA in downtown on December 3rd. And that's exciting because it's in person. We haven't had one in person for a while. So Tara, can you share a couple of anything that we need to know about that event?
Sure, we're really excited because this is our first event in about 2 years. The City Club LA. It will be a limited capacity, so we'll be launching this event tomorrow. And all of you are now on our mailing list, so you'll get the email tomorrow. So register as soon as you see it if you are interested in joining us, because we will be limiting the capacity because of COVID restrictions. Everyone in attendance will have to be fully vaccinated. But other than that, it's our usual holiday party, some complimentary drinks, some food, networking, maybe a little shopping. We'll have some fun things there. And we hope to see all of you there. Great.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Thank you, ladies. And if you don't have any questions, we will wrap it up. Like I said, energy is brewing. The motivation and inspiration is there. So go continue, kill the day with whatever energy is left over. And Cloud, good luck with your recording session tomorrow. I know you're going to fly beautiful colors. Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone. Thank you for joining us.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
Work on your vision board.
Yep. Absolutely.